now. And say it to yourself 3 times. And then separate your knees, sit down between your knees, keep your toes together, and come right into a nice child's pose, forehead on the floor. And then deep inhale, 4 seconds. Long, slow exhale. Engage your breath. Inhale, exhale throughout the series. And we'll just do a series right now before we start some warm-up postures. So come up to tabletop. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. Raise your right arm up to the sky and thread the needle. Thread your right hand underneath your left arm. Drop your shoulder, drop your ear. And then you can stay there, or you can raise your left arm up to the sky. You can bring your arm behind you or in front of you. However it feels good to stretch. Stretch that scapula, stretch your trapezius. Very good. And then come back up to center. Raise your right arm up high and then swing around on your knee and come to a kneeling side angle stretch. So we're going to just come up and do a nice little reverse, just warming things up, and then come back down and push through the knife edge of your right foot into your right fingertips and feel that stretch all along the side of your body, side angle stretch. Beautiful. And then come back to center. Come back to tabletop. Lift your left arm up high. Thread the needle. Drop your left shoulder, your left ear to the ground. You can raise your right arm up high. Bring your scapula together. Ring out your shoulders. Bring your arm behind your body. Warming up your shoulders. We carry a lot of tension in our shoulders during the day, especially on a Monday. So nice to right away stretch that out. Then come back up to center. We're going to pivot around on our right knee. Left arm up to the sky. Stretch up to root down. Push into the knife edge of your right foot. And then come on up. Do a nice little reverse. Gaze up. Dial your little pinky finger down. And then come back to a kneeling side angle stretch. And stretch your fingertips towards the mirror. Feel the stretching on your entire left side. So beautiful. And then come back to center, tabletop, and then look up, drop your belly. That's a cow pose. Inhale, exhale, pull your belly in, drop your head, and that's a cat pose. Inhale, look up, and exhale, head down, pull your belly in, Uddiyana Bandha. And one more time. Inhale, look up, and exhale, pull your belly in. Curve the spine, wake up the spine. So set your hands so that your index fingers point towards the front mirror. Curl your toes under. Push back into a nice downward facing dog. You can bend your knees, move your hips right and left, side to side, gently warming up your hips, thighs, hamstrings, and lower back. Very good. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, teeny little steps to the top of the mat. And then separate your feet so they're shoulder width apart. You're going to hang in a rag doll. So grab your elbows each other, and you can bend your knees a little bit, waking up the hamstrings, the lower back. Let your head drop down low. Your head weighs 9 pounds. We're letting gravity do some of the work here. Then you can release your hands to the mat, switch it out. Other side, rag doll. Right and left, right and left, right and left. And then toe heel your feet together, toes together, heels slightly apart. And then you're going to just come up vertebra by vertebra right into a nice standing savasana, hands towards the front mirror. They call this samastiti. And then raise your arms up over your head. Dial your little pinky fingers in. This is Tadasana. We always come back to this. Let's make some cactus arms. Look back across the ceiling. Lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your butt a little bit. Wake up that spine. Hands together in prayer. Fold forward. Fingertips next to your little toes. Then inhale, lengthen and look up to the crown of your head. Plant your hands. Walk or float. to high to low plank. So lower down into a chaturanga, then straighten your arms, lift your chest into an upward facing dog. So pull your chest through your arms, then roll over onto your toes, lift your hips up into a downward facing dog. So make sure your feet are shoulder width apart and set your shoulders back towards your tailbone and out to the side wall. Feel that stretching from your fingertips all the way your lower spine, down the back of your legs. Then inhale, look forward, exhale, walk or float to the top of the mat. We'll round up, we'll go a little faster now. Tadasana, and then a little cactus backward bend. Lift that chest up, keep your hips square. Palms together, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or float. High to low plank. Then straighten your arms, Uddha Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Roll over onto your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, exhale, walk or float to the top of the mat. Roll all the way up, stretch up to root down. Cactus backward bend, lift that chest up, palms together, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or float, high to low plank, lower down. Upward facing dog, roll over onto your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. So right leg backing up behind you, we're gonna come up into a warrior one. So your right foot is over your right knee and your left foot is at 45 degrees. Arms up over your head, stretch up to root down, and then you wanna get your hips squared to the front mirror. Look up, stretch up, and then hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. Other side, left leg backing up behind you, swing it through, land it between your hands, and then come up for another warrior. Stretch up to root down, press into the knife edge of your back foot and your left big toe mound. Stretch up to root down. Hands to the mat, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, exhale, walk or float. Top of the mat, roll up, stretch up to root down, cactus backward bend, hands in prayer position, roll forward, inhale, lengthen and look up, exhale, plant your hands, walk or float, high to low plank. Straighten your arms, lift your chest, Uddha Mukha. Roll over onto your toes, Adho Mukha. All right, right leg backing up behind you. We're gonna come up to a crescent lunge. Swing it through, come up to a crescent lunge, so open the toes of your left foot, right knee over your right ankle, get your balance, and then raise your arms and hands to the ceiling. We'll do a little cactus backward bend, lift your chest up, keep the hips square, then bring your palms together. Drop your left knee, kneeling salute, forehead to knee, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, round up, exhale, backward bend, press into the shin. Arms stay with your ears. Lift your chest up. Use your eyes to move your head. Way back, go back, more back. Hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. Other side. Left leg backing up behind you. Swing it through. Come up for a crescent lunge. Arms up over your head. Stretch up, root down. Straighten that back leg. Sit down a little more. Cactus backward bend. Lift your chest up. Look back across the ceiling. Bring your palms together, drop your right knee, kneeling salute, forehead to knee, fingertips to the floor. Then inhale, round up. Exhale, backward bend, push that shin into the floor, keep the hips square, raise that chest up, use your eyes to move your head, arms with your ears, way back, go back, more back. Hands to the mat, push back into downward facing dog. Second set, we're gonna bring our palms together over our head, and the second part of the second set is silent. Right leg backing up behind you, swing it through, land it between your hands, come up to that crescent lunge. All right, bring your palms together, straighten that back leg, sit down a little more, look back across the ceiling, head back, neck relaxed, lift that chest up, arms with your ears, look back, go back, more back. Drop your left knee, kneeling salute, forehead to knee, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, round up, exhale, push that shin into the floor, lift that chest up. Look back. You'll feel better if you wake up your spine, arms with your ears, way back, more back. Our hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. Other side, silently. Left leg back up behind you. Hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. Very good. So we're doing a little triangle series. I don't have the good music on yet. So right leg back, I gotta find it. Right leg backing up behind you. Swing it through, land it between your hands, pivot your left heel down, windmill your arms up into Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Inhale, tilt to triangle. Exhale, reverse triangle. Inhale, tilt to triangle. Exhale, reverse. One more time. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, reverse. All right, and then come back to center. You want to feel like it's a tug of war between your fingertips. And then sit down a little more, press into that knife edge. Inhale, tilt to triangle. Stretch up and stretch down. Right arm, left arm down and around, bicep to ear, guitar hero. Feel that stretch all along the left side. Bring your arm behind you, palm facing out for a half bind. Grab your shirt, your shorts, open up your chest. If available, full bind. Use a prop if you want to. If you're in full bind, or you can stay in half bind, heel toe to birds of paradise. Lift your right knee to the right corner of the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder if you can straighten your leg. Beautiful Alexis. Very good, Joy. Good try. Hands to the mat. Nice there, Robin. Hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. All right, so left leg backing up behind you. Swing it through. Land it between your hands. Pivot your right heel down. Windmill your arms up. All right, inhale, tilt to triangle. Stretch up to stretch down. Exhale, reverse. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Tug of war between the fingers. Sit down a little more. Press into the knife edge. Inhale. Tilt to triangle. Stretch up, stretch down. Right arm down and around. Bicep to ear. And feel the stretch all along the right side. Beautiful stretch. Nice, Alexis. Bring your hand behind you, palm facing out. Grip your shirt, your shorts. Open up your chest for the half bind. If available, full bind. If in full bind, heel toe to birds of paradise. Lift your left knee up to the left corner of the ceiling. Look over your right shoulder if you can straighten your leg. Beautiful Mary back row. Good try, everyone. Hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. All right. All right, so let's do Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana, one-legged downward facing dog. Right leg backing up behind you. Flex your foot, point your toe, lift your leg even higher, externally rotating your hip to the right side of the room. And then you want to flex your foot, bring your hips back to center. Bring your foot 3.5 feet up from your back foot. Straighten both legs. Hands on your hips. Come up. So you can place a block next to your foot if you need a prop. Left arm up to the sky. Right hand stays on hip. Slowly bend forward. Keep that spine parallel to the floor. Stretch through the crown of your head. Get some length in your spine. Place your hands, shin block, foot or floor. Rotate your shoulders and chest to the right side of the room. Once they're stacked, raise your arm and hand to the ceiling. Spread your fingers wide. Parivitra Trikonasana. Hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. Other side. Left leg backing up behind you. Swing it up. No, don't swing it. Flex your foot. Point your toe. Lift your leg even higher. Externally rotating your hip to the mirror side of the room. Open your hips. Stack your hips. Bring your hips back to center. Flex your foot. Bring your foot 3.5 feet up from the back foot. Straighten both legs, hands on the hips, come up. Right arm up to the sky, left hand on hip. Slowly bend forward. Place your hand, shin block, foot or floor. Rotate your shoulders and chest to the left. You can keep your hand on your hip. If you feel guided, your shoulders are stacked. Raise your left hand, spread your fingers. Parivitra Trikonasana. Hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float. Top of the mat, roll up, stretch up to root down. Back, let's do a cactus backward bend. Hands together in prayer, roll forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or float, high to low plank. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, roll over into Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we'll do another triangle series, straight leg triangle, right leg backing up behind you. Swing it through, land it between your hands, pivot your left heel down, come up into a straight leg triangle. So straighten that right leg, and then right fingertips forward and down. Inhale, exhale, reverse. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Come back to center, pivot your right heel in. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend forward, eyes forward, chin forward. Place your hands on the floor in front of you. Now you can stay here or you can walk your hands in. You can grab your heels from the outside, all 5 fingers underneath each heel. Roll your weight into your toes. Look at the floor between your feet. Chin away from your chest, thighs tight, knees locked, belly in, spine straight. Exhale, touch your forehead to the floor. Feel the stretching along your entire back side. Hips, thighs, hamstrings, lower back, all the way down to your neck. Keep your thighs tight, knees locked. Roll your weight into your toes. Look at the floor between your feet. Chin away from your chest. Pull your belly in. Exhale. Touch your forehead to the floor. Belly in. Arms out sideways. Slowly come up. Flat back, straight spine. All right, very good. And then cartwheel your hands down. Push back into downward facing dog. Other side, left leg backing up behind you, swing it through, land it between your hands, pivot your right heel down, windmill your arms up into a straight leg triangle. Inhale, tilt to triangle. Exhale, reverse. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Pivot your left heel in. And then this time we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, slowly bend forward, stretch from the lower spine, look at the floor, and then bring your scapula together and your fist goes up towards the ceiling, chest down towards the floor, wringing out those shoulders. If you need to place your hands on the floor, that's okay. Then do place your hands on the floor, come down into a nice yogi squat. Place your hands in prayer position. Sit up a little more. Nice little hip opener. Now you can stay here or you have crow pose in your postures. You can do crow. I'll show you the crow prep. You stand on a block. Hands on the mat, shoulder width apart. Bend your elbows. Hook your knees on the top part of your arms and lean forward. Right foot up, right foot down. Left foot up, left foot down. If you get both feet up, you're doing crow. And then come back to the yogi squat. Sit up a little more. Beautiful, everyone. And then hands to the mat. Push up right back into your straight leg triangle. Cartwheel your hands down. Push back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float to the top of the mat. Roll on up, stretch up to root down, cactus backward bend, lift that chest up, hands in prayer position, roll forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or float, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, roll over into your toes, downward facing dog. So right leg backing up behind you, swing it through, and then bring your palms together and come up for Dandayamana Vipaktapata Paschimottanasana, separate leg with stretching or pyramid pose. Push that left hip forward. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, chin to your chest, eyes to your belly button. You go down. Now bend your knee up as much as you need to and gently touch your forehead to your knee. Then you can try to lock your knee. Weight in your right front foot. Right hip up to get both hips level. If you can, get your hands in prayer position. Baby fingers lightly touch the floor. Keep your wrists straight. Exhale, push your knee back. Try to lock your knee. Then chin with your chest, arms with your ears. Inhale, slowly curl up, vertebra by vertebra. Stack each vertebra one on top of the other. Pick up your toes, turn on your heels. Face the exit sign. Push that right hip forward. And then inhale, stretch up and suck it all in. Mula, lower belly, Uddiyana, middle belly, Jalandhara, Bandha, chin to your chest. You go down. Moves like Jagger, everyone. Bend your knee up as much as you need to. Gently touch your forehead to your knee. Try to lock your knee. Weight in your left front foot. Left hip up to get both hips level. If you can, hands in prayer position. Otherwise, pushing to either side of your foot. Eventually, your palms will come together. Exhale, push your knee back. Try to lock your knee. Chin with your chest, arms with your ears. Inhale, slowly curl up. Then bring your hands behind you in a reverse namaskar in prayer position. If that hurts you, you can grab your elbows, forearms, wrists, or fingertips. Slowly bend forward, lengthen to the front of your head. Keep your spine parallel to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Eventually your chin touches your shin. Then bring your hands behind you, thumbs towards the exit sign, tense your fingers up. Shift your weight into your left foot, bring your right knee up to your left, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling. Humble flamingo. Beautiful, everyone. Right hand down, hands back on your hips. Pick up your toes, turn on your heels, face the front side of the room. We'll do the other side. So go into your reverse namaskar, or grab your elbows, forearms, wrists, or fingertips. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend forward. Stretch from the lower spine to the crown of your head in the middle of your mat. Inhale, exhale. Eventually, your forehead touches your shin. Good work, everyone. Place your hands on the floor, thumbs towards the mirror, tense your fingers up. Shift your weight into your right foot. Bring your left knee up to your right knee and lift your right foot up high. Humble flamingo. All right, left foot comes down. We're going to bring our left foot up, shoulder width apart. Place your hands underneath your feet, toes to wrist creases. Roll your weight into your toes, straighten out your legs, lift your hips up, and feel that stretch. Your elbows can go out to the side, gorilla pose. Very good. All right, so you can release your hands, and then toe heel together, and then come all the way up right into Tadasana. You can come to the middle of your mat if you want to. We're going to go right into a nice Garudasana, eagle pose. Right elbow under the left, cross wrap, twist palms together. Pull your elbows down, sit down, arch your upper body back, shift to the left, lift your right leg up high and twist it all together nice and tight, opening up 14 major joints, 7 on each side. Then bring your fingertips towards the mirror, your forearms parallel to the floor. Unwrap your right leg and come down until your abdomen is parallel to the floor. So stretch forward, lift that leg, chest down, leg up, chest down, leg up, and change. Arms up, palms touch, other side. Left elbow under the right. Cross wrap, twist. Pull your elbows down, sit down, arch your upper body back, shift your weight to your right, lift your left leg up high. Twist it all up nice and tight. Sit down a little more, move your knees to the left, line it all up. Then bring your fingers towards the front mirror, arms parallel to the floor. Unwrap that left leg and come down until your abdomen is parallel to the floor. So chest down, leg up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, slowly come up. Arms up, palms touch. Then keep your left hand up in the sky. Pick up your right foot. You're going to do a dancer pose. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend forward. Kick that right leg back and up behind you. Charge forward, bring your upper body down so your abdomen is parallel to the floor. Continuously kick, leg up behind you. Nice Alexis, nice Mary, beautiful Robin. Very nice Carrie. Stretch, 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 and change. Come on up. Stretch up, root down, other side. Pick up that left foot. Inhale, stretch up, exhale. Kick that left leg directly behind you. We'll count it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change. Come up. Bring your hands into prayer position. Shift your weight to your left foot. Lift your right foot up to your inner calf or your inner thigh, whatever is comfortable for you. You want to avoid that knee. And then you're going to grow your fingertips up towards the sky. Spread your fingers wide. Tree pose. If you want to make it difficult, you can look up or you can place your hand on your hip, pick up your right foot for an extended tree. So stretch that right foot to the right corner of the ceiling, and then you can lift your left arm up to the sky. All right, and then gently right leg down. Very good. Shift your weight to your right foot. Pull your belly in, lift your left leg up, so the inner calf or inner thigh, hands in prayer position. So grow the tree up high, stretch up to root down, spread your tree branches. Beautiful forest here at Steam House. You can stay there, or you can try to do an extended tree like me. All right, hand on your hip, extend your left foot up to the left corner of the ceiling. Raise your right arm, your branches towards the sky. Beautiful, everyone, extended tree. All right, and then gently left leg down. So stretch up to root down, cactus backward bend, hands in prayer position, roll forward. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or float, high to low plank. Straighten your arms, lift your chest, upward facing dog. Roll over onto your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. So right leg backing up behind you, and you're gonna bring your right knee up to your right wrist into a half pigeon. Come down onto your forearms. If you have the full pigeon in your practice, you can do that with your head on the floor. If you need adjustments, you can put a block underneath your butt. You can put a block underneath your head. Stretching out the piriformis muscle in the right side of the body. If you do a lot of yoga, you need to keep this stretched out. Very good for you. All right, then walk your hands in next to your hips. Bend your left knee. Look over your right shoulder and grab your foot. This is a proud pigeon. You can feel the opening on your left side. Beautiful, everyone, just gorgeous. All right, then hands to the mat. Push back into downward facing dog. Other side. Left leg backing up behind you. Bring your left knee to your left wrist. Come down, extend your right leg behind you. Come down into a half pigeon or a full pigeon. Wherever you're at with this is just fine. You can just come on your forearms, or you can bring your head down to the floor. If you need to use a prop, there's blocks in the back. Very good. Feel that stretch in your piriformis. If you have any kind of sciatic problems, this is a great stretch for you. Good to do every day, even if it's just for a minute. All right, so walk your hands in next to your hips, bend your right knee, look over your left shoulder, grab your foot. You can see yourself in the mirror, just beautiful. And feel that stretch in the right part. Just wonderful. Hands to the mat, push back into downward facing dog. Then right leg backing up behind you, flex your foot, point your toe, lift your leg even higher. Externally rotating your hip to the window side of the room. Then bend your right knee, look over your left shoulder to see your foot. So you can stay there or flip the dog. One arm wheel, hips up, chest up, fingers towards the front mirror. Beautiful, everyone. Then come down and around for counter pose. Right hand underneath your heart, left arm up to the sky. You need to modify, stay on your right knee or kick your left foot up. If you can grab your foot, you're doing a compass pose. Good work. Then come around to a one-legged downward facing dog. So to modify, I'm showing you, you can come down on your left knee, then knee to nose. Extend your right foot back behind you. Come forward, one-legged plank. Triangle, one-legged plank. Triangle, one-legged upward facing dog. Push back into one-legged downward facing dog. Lower your right foot, downward facing dog. Left leg backing up behind you, flex your foot, point your toe, lift your leg even higher. Externally rotating your hip to the mirror side of the room. Open your hips, stack your hips, bend your left knee, look over your left shoulder so you can stay here, or you can flip the dog. One arm wheel, hips up, chest up, feet shoulder width apart, fingers towards the front mirror. Nice, Samantha, beautiful Mary, good Jody, excellent. Then come around, good Carrie, come around all the way for our counter pose. Come to your knee if you need to. Kick that left leg out. If you grab your left foot, that's compass pose. Beautiful, Alexis. And then come back around for a one-legged downward facing dog. Need to modify, come down on your right knee. Knee to nose. Extend that left foot back. All right, then come forward. One-legged plank. Ready, everyone? Triangle. One-legged plank. Triangle. One-legged upward facing dog. Push back into one-legged downward facing dog. Lower your left foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float to the top of the mat. Those are the vinyasas. Roll on up, grab a sip of water, then turn around, lie down, 2 minutes of asana. Good work, everyone. So heels together, feet fan out, shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed, soft gaze. You want to drop right down into your central core, that place below your thinking mind. Stay there nice and still. Just melt into your mat. Very good work, everyone. Feel a little energy pulsing through your body. Completely normal. That's your life force energy, what they call the prana shakti. So in the vinyasas, you activate the prana shakti, your life force energy. So now let your circulatory system pull all that incredible shakti, that energy, throughout your body. This is where the magic happens. So much gratitude to be here on Monday nights and to have this wonderful class. The divine is the essence nature of all beings, and this is your fundamental nature. So that feeling you had when you were a kid, that when you went inside and you felt yourself as a kid and you still feel that same place now, that's your essence nature. That's the real you. I want to thank all the real yous for being here tonight. Robin, taking care of yourself, supporting each other. Joy, Kelly, Jody, Mary, Kerry, Sharon, Gino, Samantha, Jen, Alexis, Tracy, Morgan, Sheila, and Bob. So getting in here, creating a safe space for all of us to hold space for each other and work on our yoga. So good. So right now, just be where you are, not where you think you should be. Yoga takes us to the present moment, the only place there is. That's where life exists, the present moment. Letting go can be the hardest asana, so just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Follow the sound of the gong into the quiet presence. Thoughts arise out of nowhere and subside into nowhere. Surrender to the now. Wind removing pose. Parvana Mukta Asana. Bend your right knee. Interlock your fingers just below your knee. Nice webbing to webbing grip. Exhale, pull the knee towards your shoulder. Avoid your rib cage. Compress your lower abdomen. And then get both shoulders on the floor, elbows close to the body. Flex your left foot up. Get your left calf flat against the floor. Eyes down, chin down, neck flat. Look down the center line of your body. Exhale, pull the knee towards your armpit. Nice big snuggy squeeze. And change, opening up the Pingala Nadi, right side of the body. Left knee up to your chest. Interlock your fingers just below your knee. If you have the advanced grip, you want to grab your elbows, you can do that as well. Exhale, pull the knee towards your shoulder. Avoid your rib cage. Compress your lower abdomen. Flex that right foot up. Feel the energy between your right foot and your left knee. That's your body's pulley system. Exhale, pull the knee towards your armpit. Nice big squeeze. And change. Left leg down. That's your Ida Nadi, left side of your body. Both knees up to your chest. Wrap your arms over your shins. Grab your elbows, forearms, wrists, fingertips, whatever you can get. You want to squeeze your knees together, upper and lower body sealed together. Relax your feet, uncross your feet. Try to get your tailbone and hips down towards the floor. Your entire back is flat against the floor. Eyes down, chin down, neck flat. Look down the center line of your body and give yourself a nice big squeeze. And change. Both legs down right into a Savasana, 20 seconds. Opening up the Sushumna Nadi, the central meridian in your body. So balancing your energy after the vinyasas. Just melt right into your mat for a few more seconds. Bring your feet up over your hips towards the ceiling. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Lower about a third of the way down. Flex your feet. Point your toes. Lower another third. Flex your feet. Point your toes. Lower till you're about 6 inches off the floor. Then scissor kick your legs 10 times. Up, down, back, forth. Your choice. And then when you're done with the 10 times, you want to bring your legs all the way back up towards the ceiling. All right, then we'll do a second time. Flex your feet, point your toes, lower 1/3. Flex your feet, point your toes, lower another third. Flex your feet, point your toes, then scissor kick. If you went up and down, go back and forth 10 times. And then when you're done with the 10 times, you can come all the way back up. If you need to keep your hands underneath your lower tailbone, you can do that. All right, so for this particular one, you're just going to allow your legs to fall open like a V, and then place your hands, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, and then you're going to do some sit-ups through your hands. So point your hands to the center of your legs and inhale. Tuck your chin, roll up. 1. Exhale down. 2. And 3. Yes, they're sit-ups. 4. And then 4. We're going to do 10. So tuck your chin, inhale 5, roll down 6, 7, 8, they can be tiny pulses, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then lower, you can hug your knees in for a second, and then you're going to lower your left foot down to the floor, or it can hover above the floor. Your right leg is up to the sky. Then interlock your fingers and bring them to the right side of your right leg, and we're going to do some sit-ups here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now switch your legs. If you have to keep your foot on the floor, you can, or you can hover it. Left leg up into the sky, and then let's start in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax back down. Hug your legs for a minute if you like. And then we're going to do If anyone experiences any knee, neck, or back pain, we're going to do a sit-up. If you need to, do a log roll or a modified sit-up. Everyone else, toes and heels together, feet flexed, arms up over your head, thumbs crossed. Inhale. Quickly sit up, roll forward, double jerk, double exhale. Come to the middle of your mat. We're going to do a Supta Vinyasa today, so sit on your heels, fixed firm pose. Place your hands on the floor in front of you, separate your feet. Sit down between your feet, hips and heels touch. So if this is hard for you, you can sit on a block or just go to here. If you can't, if you sit on a block, don't go back. Hands on your feet, thumbs towards you, fingers facing forward. Right elbow down, left elbow down, both elbows are down, top of the head, back of the head, shoulders relaxed against the floor, arms up over your head, grab your elbows each other, forearms flat against the floor. Eyes down, chin down, neck flat, abdomen and chest lift up, that perfect human bridge, great medical benefits, opens up the spleen. That's where your red and white blood cells are manufactured. Unless pain informs you to stop, move your knees a little closer together. Knees never come up off the floor. Hands back on your feet, elbows down. Push against the floor with your elbows. Slowly, safely come up right into Vinyasa. Again, hips on your heels. We'll do Ardha Karmasana, half tortoise. Hands over your head, palms together, thumbs crossed. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, you go down. Baby fingers lightly touch the floor, forehead to the floor. Wrists, forearms, and elbows stay off the floor. Now chin away from your chest, eyes open, please breathe. Look at the little hairs on your towel, good for your eyesight. Now as you sit back towards your heels, stretch your fingertips forward, decompress your shoulders, and lengthen your entire spine. Get some space in your vertebra. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, slowly come up. Flat back, straight spine, arms down to your sides, stand up on your knees. Knees are 6 to 8 inches apart. Keep your feet at 6. Hands on your hips, thumbs outside, fingers facing down. Little camel time. Squeeze your elbows close together. Squeeze your butt. Look back across the ceiling. Use your eyes to move your head. Lift that chest up towards the ceiling. And if you can stay here, or right hand to right heel, left hand to left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, keep a tight grip. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, push your hips, thighs, belly forward towards the mirror. Nice Kelly in the back. Push the tops of your feet into the floor. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, hips forward. Then very slowly, right hand to right hip, left hand to left hip, come up with control. Then just sit right down in Vinyasa. Take a breath. If you need to go to child's pose or you feel dizzy, you can turn around and lie down. We're going to do a second one. So we can repeat that, or if you want to do the full camel, you can. So stand back up on your knees. This time knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches apart. Keep your feet at 6. So you can do your hands on your hips, or you can raise your arms and hands over, palms together, thumbs crossed. Look back across the ceiling, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. If you're doing full, arms stay with your ears, and push your hips forward. Now, very slowly, left hand to left hip, right hand to right hip. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, push your hips, thighs, belly forward towards the mirror. Look for the wall behind you. Push the tops of your feet into the floor. Arms with your ears. Way back, go back, more back. And then slowly, left hand to left hip, right hand to right hip. Come up with control, sit down in Vinyasa, and then turn around. I'm going to give you a little Savasana here. Turn around, lie down, extending your arms and legs right into Savasana. So we've opened up the spine, the front part of the spine, the vagus nerve. This activates the telomeres in your body. These are the things that keep you young. So this is not everyone's favorite posture, but you grow to love it. Helps with all kinds of things, anxiety, worrying, feeling unhappy. Very good to do. So just let it go. Breathe in deep, breathe out long. Everything just dissipates in a few moments. Let's bring the soles of our feet together and our heels right close to our tailbone. And you can allow your knees to drop down to the floor. You can place your hands on your inner abductors if that helps. This is a reclining, gentle pose, a hip opener. You can place a hand on your belly, another on your heart, or you can have your hands on the floor, palms facing up, whatever feels good for you. And this is a restorative pose and another hip opener. So just try to relax into it, very nurturing. Raise your feet up over your hips and grab the outside of your feet for a nice happy baby. So pull your knees down towards the floor as you push your heels up towards the ceiling. You can do a little rock and roll back and forth. Give yourself that nice spine massage. Try to keep your head on the floor as much as possible. It can be challenging for some people. If it's challenging, you can grab the back of your thighs if you need to. And give yourself that nice nurturing spine massage. And bring your feet back down underneath you. We're going to do a few bridge poses. So the first, everyone does bridge, hands on the floor right next to you. You want to push into all four corners of your feet, tuck, curl, and lift, hips all the way up to the ceiling. All right, then you can bring your palms together underneath your tailbone and interlock your fingers and bring your scapula together and bring your chest up even higher. That's how you get a little higher bridge here. And then when you're ready, you can take your hands apart, slowly lower down vertebra by vertebra. Get the therapy here, hips down last. If you need to shake out your legs a little bit, you can go ahead and do that. Now our second set, you can repeat that bridge, or if you have wheel in your postures, you can do a wheel. So if you're doing the wheel, your hands are underneath your shoulders. All right, inhale, tuck, curl, lift, all the way up to the ceiling. Very good. Hips up, chest up. Beautiful, everyone. All right, look at yourself in the mirror, and then when you're ready, slowly lower down. Shoulders down first. Don't come down on your head. Vertebra by vertebra. Hips down last. Shake out your legs if you need to. On our third set, we're going to do the can-can legs. You could just follow my instructions. So you can do the bridge or the wheel, whatever works for you. So get ready, everyone. Tuck, curl, lift. Hips all the way up. Hips up, chest up, right knee up to your chest. Right foot up to the ceiling. Right knee to your chest, right foot down. Left knee up to your chest. Left foot to the ceiling. Left knee to your chest, left foot down. Then slowly lower down. Shoulders down first. Vertebra by vertebra, hips down last, and then shake it out. Go right into a nice savasana. And just give yourself a little 20-second break here. Melt right into your mat. That would get some nice back bends right there. So if you have any kind of neck, shoulder problems, just keep your legs raised up towards the sky. So just lay flat on your back and raise your legs up. If you have a shoulder stand in your postures, you can rock and roll back and forth and place your hands on your lower back and lift right up, point your toes right up to the ceiling into a shoulder stand. Visparita, they call this. This is an inversion. So getting the life force energy right into your head. Then if you feel guided, whether you can bring your toes behind you, sometimes people can get them to the floor, or they can even get their knees off the floor. If you're just raising your legs up high, you can just kind of bring your toes a little bit towards your head. You want to compress your internal organs, and that stretches your kidneys, stretches your spine, plus gives you a great facelift. Really good for you. And then when you're ready, you can slowly lower down, vertebra by vertebra, come right down into a savasana. This is an alternative. Plow pose is an alternative for the camel pose. So if you have trouble doing the camel, you can lay on your back and just lift your legs up high and then try to get them a little bit behind your shoulders. And that gives you the same action where you're compressing your internal organs and stretching your spine. Sink right in. So bring your feet back underneath your knees. We're going to do that reclining cow pose. So bring your right knee over your left. Stack your knees on top of each other. Then grab your feet, your ankles, your calves, whatever you can get, and then pull in towards you. Not too hard. Try to keep your entire back and your head on the floor. Or you can modify this if you need to. And this just opens your hips a little bit differently. Then you can let go and switch out your legs. Get your left knee on top of your right, and then grab your feet if you can, ankles or calves, whatever you can get just below your knees, and then give it a nice little pull. You want your head and your shoulders and everything to stay down on the floor. So you feel that little stretch. It's a little different than that piriformis stretch. And then relax right into Savasana. Let it go. Shake out your legs if you need to. Back up underneath your knees, arms out like airplane wings. Scoot your hips over to the right side of the mat, then bring your knees up to your chest and allow them to fall over to the left side of the room. So you can place your left hand on top of your right knee, or you can place a block between your knees. You can eagle wrap, top leg over bottom leg, or if that's difficult for you, extend your bottom leg towards the back wall. So whatever kind of stretch, you look over your right shoulders at your right fingertips. That's your focus, that's your drishti. You're getting a little spine twist between your hips and your ribs. You can get a nice little spine adjustment. Another great restorative pose to this is a lot of people's favorite stretch. And they do it anyway. Some people just kind of intuitively, automatically do this. So we do this at the end to get that little spine twist in for you. All right, and then come back to center. Scoot your hips over to the left side of the mat. Bring your knees up to your chest. Allow your knees to fall over to the mirror side of the room. You can place your right hand on top of your left knee. You can eagle wrap. You can put a block between your knees. If you've got stiff hips, like I have one hip that's really stiff, just due to age, then that block between the knees is a godsend. And then look over your left shoulder. You want your left palm flat against the floor. Feel that stretch between your hips and your ribs. Beautiful stretch. And then come back to center and extend right into your Savasana. So right now, while you're into your Savasana, you can close your eyes. I want you to just remember your sankalpa or intention that we set at the beginning of the class. When you set intentions in your class, even if it's just something like patience or honesty or absorption or just one word, that actually furthers your yoga practice and furthers things in your life as well. So just remember your sankalpa, your intention, as I give you a little gong bath. And at the end of the gong bath, if you need to leave, that's a good time. Just pick up your stuff and quietly leave. Everyone else stay here for our 15-minute guided yoga nidra meditation. So surrender into the now. meet friends, or pick up the kids, or get dinner started. Now's the time for you to float right out of the room. Good job, everyone. Everyone else, just stay nice and still. Keep melting into your mat. Deep inhales, long, slow exhales. Breathe consciously. Breathe continuously.